Alongside me today, I'm going to be interviewing Jacob Newman, newly appointed Co-Commish player, reporter. You got all the jack of all trades underneath your title. Um, what was it like being a part of the broadcasting crew this preseason?
So it was a lot of fun. Landon would come over to my house, and we would have this big board, and we'd have everyone's names on it, and we would really have these intense conversations about, oh, is this guy's rebounding? What's his athleticism? And have fun making those decisions and ranking people.
How did you go about grading players in your first edition of Newman's big board?
Uh, I would say that the most important part was how well I think a player could mesh with the team. I played with some of the guys before, and I've seen and I of course took in their account like their athleticism and their height and other skills that they have. But definitely, if you're able to work and know your role and communicate and really be a teammate, then I really thought that you were higher up on my board.
Pretty special moment on draft night. You were appointed newly co-commish. How did that make you feel?
It felt pretty good because I feel like I want to be a part of this summer basketball league and contribute to it more than just being the player or a guy on the team.
What duties do you feel you need to fill as the co-commissioner?
Oh man. I would definitely say being one of those journalists, one of those guys that does the one-on-one talks with players. I really enjoy that. I did an interview with Ashton Chevalier, and that was a lot of fun. And I really want to do more of those. And so I think if we can, learn about more guys' stories, then people will be more, will really buy into it and really, care about the league.
How do you manage or approach being a player, a broadcaster, a reporter, and a co-commish at the same time?
Well, really in my life, I've tried to be, I try to be very respectful to most people. I was like that in high school, so I know, I'm not gonna be like a jerk or anything to anyone because it's the same way on the court. I'm always very respectful and really try to boost up my own teammates rather than trying to put down my opponents. So I usually don't have a problem taking off my cap like that.
Going back to the draft now, who is your consensus number one overall pick and why?
I would say the number one overall pick should and was Tristan Menard. I think just the fact that he is ripped, man. Like I believe he's from a military background, so he has a great athleticism. He is a great shooter. And of course he can drive the basketball really well, and then he applies that to the defense. His huge trait is that his unbelievable athleticism makes it, and his size allows him to guard any player.
Final question on the draft, I promise. How do you think it went?
I think the draft went well. I personally, for me, I was a little hesitant at the start. I'm not gonna lie. Got a little jittery. A couple of the guys, I was like, but I was once I got into the flow of it, I really started to hit my stride, and I think the guys were having a lot of fun too. They were talking all throughout, trying to, over talk over them, but they were really. It was a fun time, and it felt like it was just a great experience to just be with a bunch of guys and have like a draft as if we were playing NBA 2K. It was a lot of fun.
You've been asked to do some writing this year. What are you most looking forward to?
Really the one-on-one interviews with players.
Why is that?
Because I really want to hear their stories so that, it's more fun. Like when I interviewed Ashton, he talked about how he had tore his ACL, and he talked about that recovery, getting back into basketball shape, and also mentally too, because that's a pretty devastating injury for some people.
What have you learned since being a part of this new edition of the Summer Basketball League broadcasting crew?
I would say that it's really not as easy as it looks. It's easy, like I said, like going on NBA 2K and just having a draft where you just get to pick your favorite players. But it really takes a lot of preparation and a lot of thought and a lot of time to set up, make sure all your camera work and stuff is on and working correctly. And I think also I realized how much fun it was. I always thought it would be cool to be like not the commissioner, but like be like a GM or something along those lines for a sports team. But this has really dipped my toes into something that's truly along the lines of this, and it's turned out to be so exciting for the for the league.
This is just the first year of the league. I just mentioned that. Where do you see this in 3 to 5 to even 10 years from now?
I see this as an annual event, an annual summer basketball league where guys can just go and meet other people who have the same interests. I really hope that in the future, maybe we can get like college players or be sponsored by like the UVM basketball and make this like a really fun competition where people all around Vermont and New York and northern New York can enjoy.
All right, Newman, I appreciate your time today. I know you're a busy man being commissioner and all, but once again, I appreciate this, man. Nice talking.